Hello everybody, Iain Robson here for another episode of Minecraft Tech World 2. Alright, if you recall from the previous episode, we were working away at the Engineer's Toolbox stuff. So as you can see, we have the system set up right here. Here's the kiln. I ended up putting it right in the middle of the room. Kind of looks like a chimney now, which is kind of cool. Actually, you know what I could do? Let me just see if I can, see if I have the parts to make this. Oh, I totally do. Let me just grab a little bit of... This is something from Railcraft. I don't know why. I think it's the coolest thing. That. And we need a little bit of iron. I think it's 7 iron, which is a cauldron. And it was this, and then like that. Cool. I don't know why, but I think this is like the coolest thing ever. Let me just show you what it does. Nothing that fancy, to be honest with you. But, I don't know. I find it kind of interesting. I did this a while back. Nope. That's the one I want right here. Alright, so this is... I'll just put it in here. That's all it does. I guess I could make it into a chimney. That's all it does. It's just a smoker. That's what it's called. Makes it look more industrial, I guess. But it kind of makes sense, though, in this scenario. So if you go in here and you look up there, you'll... Well... If you're out here, I suppose, you know there's a chimney there. I should really make it into a bit more of a chimney, but that's a smoker right there. Anyways, so that's where the kiln is. You can just come right here, and there's the kiln right in there. And so the way I have it set up is I have a redstone clock right here, and the block placer right there places a block, and then it drops down here and gets turned into ground limestone. Oh, sorry, it's already in ground limestone, but it's getting changed into quicklime. So as you can see, it's doing its thing, and it drops down in here, and we get quicklime right there. And then the quicklime goes into our multi-smelter, which I have just put it up here. So it's got an item extractor on the top, so it just automatically extracts items into the multi-smelter. And this, where grinder grinds it up, puts it into this, which smelts it, which makes it into impure dust. What is it? Ground dust, and then this makes it into impure dust, and then this centrifuges it, and then you have a chance to get... this is the tripling, and this is a chance for something extra. So this is what I have in here so far. So I've done all that already, and I have all this already from it as well. So as you can see, tripling your ores is a pretty... It makes it pretty lucrative, and it makes it pretty good, so it helps you out quite a bit. I have, let me just show you over here. I have a setup, so I got another magmatic dynamo. So I got three magmatic dynamos running on here, running the quarry right here, and it's running off this lava drum right here. So I have a couple lava drums now, just chilling out. I have that one over there. I have this one right here, which isn't too bad, and then I also have one in the Nether. I don't know if I remember saying this or not, but what ended up happening was, a while back, I totally thought I put a pump right. I thought I put a pump, but it ended up being a mining well, and that's why it didn't work before. Which makes sense. Pump is not there. Mining well is not supposed to pump stuff, but now it's set up properly. So I put a chunk loader there, just so I could, so it could always be full when I come over here to get it. And there's a sheep in there, and I closed this Nether portal off. Anyways, what we're working on today is I'm bad at sorting things. That's what it boils down to. That goes there. I'm bad at sorting things, so I'm kind of thinking about going apply Energistics. This particular pack doesn't really have like things like logistic pipes or anything like that. The closest thing we have is the extra utilities pipe, which has a sorting function. Where is it here? So we have the sorting pipe and the mod pipe. That's the only real other option that I know of offhand. I don't know if there's... I guess you could do it with, not trout. I think it's a router or something like that. I don't know how to use that, to be honest with you. But I think there's an item router or something. Nope. I thought there was. I know there is. I think there definitely isn't a direwolf pack, but apparently not in this one. Anyway, so we're going to go apply Energistics today. So, if I could spell, there we go. We're going to go ahead and make an apply Energistics. So we need flux crystals. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to grab a few little things. Let's grab this. Let's just dump this in here because we're going to need to. Let's do half a stack. And that'll give us some silicon, and we're also going to need some nether quartz. Well, I probably shouldn't do that now that I think about it, because that's harder to come by than netherrack. I believe I can do it like this, if memory serves. Yes. Alright, so I'm going to throw 24 in there, and then I'll make some silicon. I'm also going to grab some gold and some iron, because I'm going to need that. 2 stacks of that and 2 stacks of that. Alright, so we probably need some redstone. Let's get started. I'm bad at organization, so this is my organization so far, which is not very good. Most times I can't even handle organizing stuff. Oh, we're probably going to need some glowstone too. Let's grab that. Alright, so let's start off with an ME controller, which is kind of the heart of it. We're also going to need some diamonds, which are outside. They're outside just because they are from the quarry, basically. So we're going to go ahead and get that together. Alright, so our diamonds are just outside here, so let's go ahead and grab those. So far, we have gotten, not 3, but we've gotten quite a few diamonds in the end. So we got about 55 so far. It's not too bad. And that's just from a full-size quarry, basically. So it's doing a good job so far. Alright, and we also need, I think it's like this. And do I have sticks? I have just those sticks. Alright, let's make a few sticks here. There we go. And I believe this is what we need to make. No, it's an iron in here somewhere. Is it there? No. I think it's there. Yes. There we go. Alright, so let's start off. We need to make a advanced processor, which is a little bit of silicon, which is over here now. And we need a little bit of silicon, a couple other things. Now we should have everything we need to get started. Excellent. Alright, so ME controller. We need one of these, which is this, and that. So it gives us an advanced processor assembly, and we also need 4 of those. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Excellent. And now that we've made this advanced processor assembly, we actually need to cook it. So let's just drop it in the redstone furnace there, and then cook that up, which will be up here now. Excellent. So now we have that. We should be able to make our ME controller. Perfect. Now we have the ME controller. This is basically the brain of the whole thing. I'm just going to jump straight to a ME drive, because we're definitely going to need that. So let's put a stack there, and that, and that. And we're going to need a few of these. So I'm going to make, I don't know, let's say 10 just to get us started. Perfect. And then we do need to cook these as well. I think you could actually make the same things later on. You can make these with a, what is it? I forget what it's called now. You can make it with an assembly table, I think is what it is. So we'll leave the rest of them to cook, and we'll come back here and make some more stuff. So we need this. So let's grab a chest. And we need a little bit of glass as well. Let's grab the glass. Perfect. So I'm going to go jump to the ME drive, because basically what the ME chest is basically you can put one storage drive in there and that's it. And I want to put more than one, obviously. So let's go ahead and make an ME drive. Perfect. So this does lead us to a situation where we kind of need to power it somehow too. Where's a good place to put it? Somewhere in here, actually. I think there's power. There's power right there. That might be kind of out of the way, though. So maybe for the time being, we'll put it right here. Do I have it on me? Let's do this. I made a mattock. Nothing too fancy, just made of iron. Oh, perfect. We can just hook it up right there. Excellent. So if we grab some cable. I think it's this one we need. Or no, it's probably just a regular leadstone. Alright. I don't need this. Don't know why I have it. Let's put it back up there. Perfect. Okay, so let's grab this. And we're going to need cable here, cable here. So let's put the ME drive and then put the controller right there. So that's going to take a little bit of energy now And as you can see here, it's storing. We can change it to apply Energistics or Minecraft joules. I think you can change it to RF. No, you can't. But that's how much it's stored right now. So now it has everything it needs to. Almost everything. We need actually have an access terminal as well, which is made just like this. Okay. Apparently I dropped some of that. So let's make an access terminal now. Where is it? Crafting monitor. Crafting. I lost it. Access terminal. Okay, so we need to make one of these. And we need to make a little bit of fluix dust, which is made just like that. So we need this, and we need a little bit of glowstone. Whoops. Glowstone. Oh no. Nether quartz dust, Certus quartz, and redstone. Okay, so there. We can do that, and then let's get some nether quartz dust. So I don't want it to cook it, so let's do this. And let's say, I don't know, 15 is a good number. Because we can always change it into silicon, right? So if we get this, this will give us a little bit of the fluix dust, which will help us move to the next step here. So that should be enough for now. Let it continue on its journey of cooking and whatnot. All right, so let's grab this. So we need a little bit of the nether quartz dust. So let's grab, I don't know, 10. That's perfect. Good. So we have this. We can make this now, or we should be able to make that. Are we gonna need 2 of these? I don't think so. We will eventually need more of these. And then it's that, and then that. And oops, no, it's not that on the side. You can tell I don't craft like this very often, right? Jeez. It does make kind of interesting though, because what happens is, oh, that's why. Let's do this, because we need a little bit of this. There we go. And let's put that there. And then we can make this thing right here. Nope, apparently. Let me just come back when I got all the parts ready to go. Alright, so I got all the parts together now. Now I'm just going to create the ME access terminals. So what this does is allows us to access everything that is in our system. But right now, it's only an access terminal. I want to upgrade it to a crafting terminal. Not a crafting terminal. Here we are, crafting terminal. So in order to do this, I need to make another access terminal and a storage cell, which is made just like that. So we can do that relatively easily. This is good. This is why I made a couple of those extra basic processors. And let's do that for the time being. So in order to do this, we need to get all these parts together. We need an access terminal, which we already have. So let's put that up there like so. We need a storage cell. And we need a crafting table just like that. Alright, so that should be everything else. I think we should have everything ready to go now. Apparently not. There. Crafting, storage cell. Is it a storage segment? No. Storage cell. And iron, and glass. Oh, that's why. And glass. Perfect. So now we have a crafting terminal. So this will allow us to see what we got. So let's go ahead and start with, let's say, a 4K storage cell. So this we're going to need to make a storage segment, which needs 4 storage cells. So I'm going to grab 4 of those. And you can see why I made these extra processors now, eh? Alright, so where is it? 4K. There we go. Let's make a storage segment, and let's make this like this. And what was the last little part? Iron. Perfect. So now we have our first storage cell. So the way it works is we'll go put this right here. So now this is going to connect to that. And in here we can put our 4K storage drive. So now we can put some of our stuff in there and we can access it. So you can put that in there and we can access it too. Just like that. So the key here is going to be having enough energy to supply this all the time. So what we may need to do in the near future is we may need to deal with our power situation a little bit. Of course, the nice thing now is that now I can just drop the stuff in here like this relatively easily. And now if I need to access it, I can do so fairly simple. One thing you need to keep in mind is this can only store 63 types of something and up to 496 bytes. That means if you have more of the same thing, it can store up to 4,000 bytes of it worth of it, which means you can store a little bit. But if we look at something like the 16, it can store 16,000 or 65,000. So basically, they can always store the same amount of types, just a question of how much of that type they can store. So in this scenario, I have 100 iron in there right now and 100 gold. So what I can do is I can store up to, I don't know, like it'd be about 4,000, I think is what it boils down to. So anyways, let me drop a few more of our resources in there. Let's drop a little bit of copper, a little bit of tin, and a little bit of lead. And that should be good for now. That should get us started, basically. So the next thing I want to do is I want to upgrade. So see, we have 19 types used, so we should have 19 different types of things in here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here's 18 types, and here's 19 things in here. So that's each one of those is a type, basically. And then as we put more of the same thing in there, it increases, basically. So, and the funny thing is, this copper is different from the other copper, which is a bit of a unfortunate side effect here, but it is just the way it is on this particular system. So what we're going to do is I am going to create a couple more storage drives for this, maybe 2 or 3 more to get us started, so we can put some more stuff in there, because I hate looking through multiple grab that. I hate looking through multiple chests, but it does happen sometimes. So I'm gonna make a couple more storage drives, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so I am just making a quick and easy way to import stuff into your system. So I'm just making a basic import bus. What I'm doing at the moment is just making a piston. There we go. Grab one more cobble. There we go. And what this will allow us to do is, do we have any rubber in here yet? This will allow us to actually import stuff without me having to manually do it. Do I have any rubber laying around? Apparently I don't have any uncooked rubber. So let's just grab our lumber axe and go cut down a tree. So you can use industrial craft or rubber with this, or you can use just the other Minecraft Reloaded rubber. I'm going to go ahead and cut down these trees because I have them here at the moment. There we go. I found a couple of them while I was walking around, so I figured I might as well pick them up while I could. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got another rubber tree there, and another rubber tree there. And we'll wait for that to... We'll probably drop some more saplings in a second. But basically what we have to do now is get this into the system. So what this will allow us to do is, see how we have all these things right here? I don't want to have to manually import everything into the system. So what we can do is make a sticky piston like so, and then we should be able to make our import bus just like that. So what that allows us to do is we can hook that up to the ME cable, and if you remember, we made a little bit of the cable before, so I can just connect it right to there. And you don't have to use a wrench or anything. You can I think you can actually wrench it like that. I thought so. So you can use your regular thermal expansion crescent hammer, and that'll do the same thing. And you can rotate stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is going to use our dolly, and I grab our diamond chest here and just place it right there. So if I go into here, it's going to slowly import all of that stuff into our system now. Now the one thing we do need to be careful about now if we do that is, if you look carefully, the amount of energy stored and the amount of energy used is slowly going to go up. Or I should say the energy used is slowly going to go up. So right now it's using 2.8 Minecraft joules per tick, or 7 EU a tick. So we need to be careful about this, because what might happen is we may get to a situation where we actually use too much power. So we'll have to be careful about that. Alright, let's just drop this other rubber into the system. This is why I love AE. I don't know, some people don't jump to it, but I prefer it by a lot. So that's the reason why I just kind of jump to it a little bit. And I ended up making 3 more drives right there. Actually, there's one other thing. If you notice, there's a portal right here. I was actually looking. There is. Let me just show you. There is a mine system down there. As you can see, the little waypoint. I have a mine system waypoint down there. Is that out of? No, it's not out of. Maybe it's done. It must be done. If it's just stopped there like this. Alright. Let's just charge up our... Well, we can't charge it up. That's because we don't have it. Anyways, there's a mine system down there. So as you can see, I found a mine system. I actually died down there. I was looking for a specific item and I never actually found it, but I found a couple other random things. When I was looking around, I actually found a portal gun, which is pretty cool. I ended up making a portal gun... pedestal, I guess it is. And basically this works, if you've never seen this before, you can jump through these holes and you come out the other one. So this is, and for this situation it's kind of pointless, but if I wanted to have a portal from down there up to here and go back and forth, I could do that with a portal gun rather than leaving the system all the time. And it's just a nice quick way of traveling around. There we go. And I found something else while I was down there as well. I was looking and I found a logic matrix programmer, which is from Factorization, and I found these amazing Technicolor glasses. I actually haven't tried these. I don't know what they actually do. Let's just see. Nothing. Nothing with what I have right now. But they do look pretty snazzy. Oh, look at that. Anyways. So, I found that as well. I guess we can just drop this in here. I found that as well down there. I wasn't actually looking for it. I was looking for a division sigil from X Utilities. In hopes to get some cursed earth in the near future, but I wasn't able to find anything, although I did die down there a couple times. Oh yeah, I don't have my jetpack on. I did die down there a couple times, so that's what happened in that scenario, unfortunately. Alright, so let me just grab my jetpack, so I'm going to be trying to fly all over the place. I won't be able to. So is this done? No, not quite. But as you can see, let me just see the usage. So it's slowly going up here, 7.1 EU tick. So what I want to kind of look to next is go into, oops, I didn't spell applied right again. I want to go into looking a little bit more at applied energistics. And there's a couple things you can do with applied energistics, and one of them is really cool, and that's making the molecular assembly chamber, which allows you to do a little bit of auto crafting. So a couple of little small things, like for example, if you want to make something like a chest, you can have it set up so it automatically crafts the chest for you. Now this requires heat vents, like so, and you also require pattern providers, and it also requires, where is the other thing here? Heat vents, crafting CPUs, there we go. So as you can see, it uses a few diamonds, it uses some glowstone, it also uses, where is it here? Iron, lots of iron, ME cable, which means fluid stocks, which means more nether quartz, Certus quartz, and redstone. But it does allow you to automatically craft stuff, which is kind of what I want to go to, because it's nice to be able to say, craft this for me. It's really, really nice. Also, it'll allow us to hopefully get into a little bit of rail soon, because I do like the railroads. I think what we'll end up doing is, this is the very first quarry site I started up. And I think what we'll do is we will probably have another quarry at some point, somewhere. And I think what we'll try to do... Oh, it is finished. Excellent. What we'll do is we will set it up so the train is the one that goes back and forth and unloads the stuff for us, instead of me having to go do it manually. That's the idea, at least. In the future. In the near future, maybe not. We'll see. Alright, so let's get started on this. So I have it set up so it's... the search box mode is NEI synchronized. So when I search for something here, like a heat vent, for example, it will automatically come up over here as well, or it should do at least. Of course, it's not right at the moment. Maybe if I do it like this. No. It takes a while sometimes for it to, yeah, there it goes. It takes a while for it to sync up, as you can see, but it does work. So, the other reason why it's nice to have the molecular assembly chamber set up is because then if you want to make some of these engineer's toolbox things, it is pretty nice for that as well. Alright, so let's see what we need to do. We need to get some iron ingots. We have that ME cable. Do we have any more fluix dust? No, we don't have any more. We have sand, so let's go ahead and make some more glass. Let's do just a stack here, because we're going to need some. Let me just get the stuff I need together, and we'll come back in a sec. Alright, just crafting the last few bits of the molecular assembly chamber. I got the crafting CPUs here. We need 4 of these, and we also need 4 pattern providers here. So let's get those. Oh, we're going to need more of these. Ugh. And more fluix dust. How am I going to need of these? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 of these. So, how many of these do we have? 1. Okay, well, we need to make more of these then. Alright, so we need, what is it, 1 per? So we need 4 of these now. Let's get 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And let's make, how many are we going to need? 1, 2, let's make a few of these, I guess. And we need another, do we have sticks in here again? Let's go ahead and make that. Where are we here? Guess we don't have sticks in there. Alright, let's use nether quartz, and let's grab some sticks, which are somewhere over here. I thought we had a ton of them. Maybe they're in my inventory, I just can't see them. Nope, there they are. Alright, let's make another one of these knives, and then hopefully, there we go. And what we're making, basic. These guys right here. And need some more silicon now. Alright. This is what happens when you start crafting these things. Alright, so let's get those ones started up there. And we'll also need to get these basic ones started up. So while that's doing its thing, let me just grab some more nether quartz. We have 18. Ooh, we're getting a bit low there. So let's pulverize that up and make a little bit more silicon with it. You can actually make silicon with either nether quartz or with Certus quartz, but you end up finding a lot more nether quartz than you do Certus quartz. That's why it's better to do it this way rather than the other way around. So that's why I'm using this as opposed to the other way around. Alright, and these guys should be done. Excellent. So that should give us a good start. So we'll wait for this nether quartz or the silicon to cook up, and while we're doing that, here's a little random thing I was just messing around with. I was trying out, this is the universal extractor from Engineer's Toolbox. Basically just acts as a, so I can put this on top and it extracts liquid out of there and puts it into this enormous pipe here. Look at the size of this pipe. I have no idea how much it holds or whether it causes server problems or not, but it's just a giant pipe. It looked kind of cool. But I thought I'd give it a go just to see what it's like, and it's, you know, works out fairly well. That's what it looks like, fluid pipe. Doesn't say how much it can carry, it just says it's fluid pipe. And here's another universal extractor I was trying out. I was just trying to see if you could extract liquids from the side of this drum, but it doesn't appear that you can with this universal extractor, at least as far as I could tell. Oh, good, this is done too. Alright, now let's make a few more of those basic ones. So we needed, I totally forget, let's make a few of these. Let's make one more. There we go, now we have 8. Let's go cook those up. And hopefully we can get the rest of the pieces together. And we have the CPUs, we're looking for the pattern providers. So basically what the pattern providers do is they provide, you can put patterns in there. So that's where you put these blank patterns inside the pattern provider, and that's how you do that. Alright, so we need conversion matrix, we need 8 of these. And of course we need the basic ones over here. Oh. Last one just being cooked up. Perfect. Look at that. We're actually going to need 16 of these, so. Alright, so we need that, and we need some more flux dust now. Of course, this is always the way it goes, right? You want to make something, and then you're like, okay, let me get all the parts, and you're like, oh wait, I don't have all the parts together now. There, that's good enough. And then I don't know how many of those we have now. Let's see if we can actually make one of these. Let's do this. 2, 3, 4 of those. Perfect. And we should be able to make, we need more of these, so we can make, let's just see. Do we have all the parts to make here? No, we're still missing the stuff that's in my inventory, so we need 1, 2. We need 2 more of these guys. 1, 2, perfect. And 1. And we need 2 more conversion matrix, which means we need more flux dust, which should be the last steps. We need 4 of that, I guess. And of course, we need just 1 more of these. Hopefully that'll be the last bit. And then we'll be able to set up this guy up. So while that's cooking up, let's think of a good place to put this guy. I kind of want to go up instead of down. I always end up digging holes instead of going up into the air. So I think this time around, I'm going to go make a second level, basically, instead of going down, which is always the way it seems to be. Pattern provider. And we do 1 more conversion matrix, apparently. There we go. Perfect. So now we have all the parts we need to make. So let's go scout out an area. I think, this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to make it like this. I think I'm going to make it the center of the room up here. So it'll look something like this. Let me see. Where's the center here? So it'll be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So I'm gonna. It's a 4x4 I'm making. So this will give you the. Apparently, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound like I'm marching or something. Jeez. Let's grab that guy. And assuming my calculations are correct, which is possible they are and possible they aren't. There we go. And of course I made 2 extras, 4 extras. Oh well. Alright, so the way it works is you put heat vents around the outside like so. Just like that. And like so. And then you put your pattern providers, or crafting CPUs. So you can make, you don't need to put 4, but you can put as many or as few as you want. I put 4 in there because I know later on I'm going to have more. And each one of these pattern providers gives you a page worth. So now that's our molecular assembly chamber built. So we have 4 pages worth of, I don't know how big this is, but I think it's like 36 or something like that. 36 patterns. So now our assembly chamber is officially made. So what I'll do between this episode and the next is I will build a second level on here, and I will hook up the system up to this and probably make some stairs up there and some stuff. And I think that's what I'll do between this episode and the next. So I think that's it for today, folks. Getting a little late, a little long in the tooth, so to speak. So my name's Iain Robson. It's been Minecraft Tech World 2, and I'll catch you guys later.